It's running so much away from me, that card. This is McConnell. Just really, like, numb. He operates on a pretty numb level. But he's scared, I think, numb, that of being investigated. And I think he has been for a while with this card here at the base, that the card up here that's crowning him. I hope this doesn't make a horrid noise. There. With the 4. He's going to get, I think he's going to be kind of like a deer in the headlights in a way. But he has been, and has, you know, it's been going on for a while, is what I see. They've been investigating him. And the family, and the money, all that money, money, money. I think this is the combination of both his and Elaine's claims and finances. This is the family money. And Elaine's family is fairly rich, shall we say. And she herself is no slouch. She's made sure that she's, you know, grifted with the rest of them. And I think that there's still connections, without question, though it is her oldest sis running the family business. I'm sure that they all have some say. This is a lot of money. They are going to be investigated. And they've been being watched. Okay, something was flagged and has been being watched quietly. But here, the 7 of Cups in the near future for Mitch, and this Devil, and to do with money, and he's really stressed. I think he might drink. And this almost feels to me like, could he have another fall? Could it just be that we won't know, and he's, as usual, being vague and hard to pin down, except for to stand up for the worst. But this shows the 7 of Cups. This shows also that until he does, and I think others do certain things, there's something here that is yet a possibility. There's still open possibilities that how things could go. It just depends on how he yet responds. They're watching him. But I think he knows it already with that 9 of Swords. I think he knows it. And I think it makes him nervous. Because of the family connection and issues with a lot of money. And this 7 of Cups feels a mess. It feels like it doesn't know where things are, and scatty. So, his mind is on the King of Wands, which is probably, Trump. And other, more fiery types. Because Mitch really isn't fiery. He's just an ass. He's just like, it doesn't go to describe him anyway. This is more Trump. He's still conscious and I think nervous. I think he's starting to feel like he's between a rock and a hard place with his support of Trump and all of that. That it's getting harder and harder for him, because I think he knows and senses that he and his family, his wife, their money is under scrutiny. And I think this, quite frankly, looks like a bit like escapism because of feeling enormous anxiety. So I feel like this is a little self-medication there, too. And he's thinking on, I believe, Trump. And what is in the environment is the Knight of Swords. This is a very swift incoming message and action into his environment, which I think likely has to do with investigation, because I'm getting that vibe off of this reading, that something is going to kick up with investigation into him, his serving of the Trump agenda. And this Seven of Cups could be a lot of various things that he's involved in that are not completely haven't been vetted completely, maybe, that they're going to be doing. It just feels like they need to maybe also cover some sort of corners in their investigation with him. But it feels extremely lively, albeit quiet. Behind the scenes feeling again. This is hopes and fears. I think he hopes that he can keep the secrets and the criminality and whatever it is that he doesn't want known quiet. I also think he worries that he's stuck. Because if he says something or does something, he'll incriminate himself, so he's just going to sit there. He fears, I think, that kind of a position of not being able to do or act. He also might be hoping that he can claim some kind of, I don't know, maybe Fifth Amendment. I don't know, on grounds that it could incriminate me. I don't know. I think he also just, more or less, with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups, doesn't want to bloody know about it. And it looks to me, for all intents and purposes, like he would rather go and tie one on, frankly, and forget about the day. And not take action. So I would say he would hope that they would also not take action, against funny business that they're looking at. But that's not what's going to happen, because he gets the Ace of Swords. So at the end of the day, a little further yet, down into the future, maybe next few months, could be sooner. I don't know. Just have to watch and see, won't we? But I feel like this signals the beginning of a real declared, more active investigation of him. That there is activity on his end with scandal that ignites. It's the very activity that he's afraid of and wants to not be involved or have to deal with at all. But, well, there's no way that's gonna happen. It heats up, and it heats up very big. Let's pull a couple extra cards. Okay. We are looking at his material possessions and who he sees, how he lives his life, where he puts his energy, where he's invested his money, this sort of thing. But it's going to be looking with a bit more focus on him, his financial and career-based issues. And anything in his mundane life that is, where he's not upholding the law or doing what he's supposed to be doing. I feel that this is looking at where he's putting his, definitely, like I said, his efforts and his energies, and with whom, so on and so forth. I pulled this one reversed. Lover's choice. He doesn't want to make a choice again. Look at that. Again, he's refusing. He didn't want to, with the Two of Swords, doesn't want to have to make a choice. But he's not going to have that luxury. Could be that he'd be called to testify, maybe against somebody he doesn't want to talk about. That could be Trump. That could be his wife. That could be anybody that, they're newly investigating. He's not going to want to talk. And he's not going to want to have to make a choice. Has to do with money. And I feel that this is some kind of benefit. There's a connection socially. And there's involvement by his associates, I think, that are committed to the Trump agenda and to this agenda of getting what they want. Here's the public with the Four of Wands. And this is a new beginning. I think there is something that he's going to be trying to, of course, be part of, to bring upon, and it's not well thought out, and more likelihood than not, it's not. It's some sort of new, I think, legislation or something with regards to possibly public expression, or that deals with the rights of the public. And it looks like it's stupid, frankly. Not well thought out, because we also get the Five of Pentacles that could have something to do with health and mental, yes, and maybe coverage, maybe something along those lines. I think it's just him out to cut us out of anything, of us getting anything we need. Look at that, the Empress. This is all the wealth. And the Two of Cups. That, to me, is him and his wife. And it is the Empress, so that would be his wife. Okay, she's coming up in the reading. This could be an attorney general or somebody like that who sees the imbalance in their books, or I think because I believe they're definitely being looked at. And there's Elaine. And she is trying to cook those books. Of course, my readings are all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. But there she is, one extreme or the other, trying to balance things out. We got Temperance before that here with the Queen of Swords, who I think is likely, could be even Kamala or Tish James. But I see this person's, she's going to be in trouble. Elaine Chow. So she's struggling. She's trying to juggle, but there's one extreme than the other. And so this isn't easy for her. And the Three of Wands, this is going to go deeper then. I see like the activity goes deeper, and the scope goes deeper. The light goes in deeper and opens up other aspects of what they're looking for. Yeah, like receipts with the Princess of Pentacles. And manipulation with the Magician. So I think Mitch and her are going to have some explaining to do. With the Eight of Swords. Because it's going to show that someone's not been truthful and known that deliberately, that it's been a deliberate, it wasn't an error. That's what it's showing me here. These two cards say it's not just a mistake. They might try to say, there was an error in communication or whatever. No. This is deliberate. It's trying to fool someone and manipulative. And this indicates an end of a cycle for them and Mitch. And the Three of Swords. Here goes his health. So he's yet to face that, but it's coming. It's just further into the year. And I think his health he'll have a health scare, but then he'll do better, but he will need the help of other people. So I think he could require going to or receiving additional care. But I see him getting very sick. Oh. If he doesn't pass from that, he might. This could be him actually having some assistance to transition. Not kidding. That looks like this year, next year possibly. But as it goes deeper, I think he's not going to be able to handle the stress. And that's what it shows me. So if you like this content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed too, because YouTube can be buggy. It's been very buggy lately, especially with my comments. Many times I've found over the last 2 weeks I haven't been able to respond to comments because it'll give me this notice of, oops, something went wrong. It's like, you bet something went wrong. Please fix it. So, I'm sorry, guys. I tried to be very diligent and let you all know that I or to, even if I don't always agree with some comments, I try to, allow a different perspective, as long as it's not like insulting. I'm pretty flexible. But I'm not messing with your comments, my dears. I hope you know that. Anyway, and I'm not unsubscribing you either. Anyway, please give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.